Yo, yo, what's good? What's good? Just doing some checks. Yo, yo, what's good? What's good? Just doing some. Alright, that's cool. Oh my goodness, man, it's been difficult, bro. Look at this bullshit. So we were like, this doesn't make sense, bro. This doesn't make sense. Let me just do some shit. Let me get this. Let me get this. Hold on one sec. Alright. So my people, this is annoying, mate. It's annoying, yeah. So we saw this little box, and we got smacked up by further liquidity. So it's a bit dumb how I didn't see that. But it's okay, it's okay. I also think I might move this down to 3%, just because. I don't know though. There we go, 3%. We're currently down 1.5% in this trade, but we had a winning trade in the last stream, and then to end the stream we took a trade from here, and then price went down and took out more from this demand support, and so what we're looking at is for price to actually mitigate this for our supply order book. But we have London open, about to happen in 1 hour. I'm so tired. Only had 6 hours sleep last night, but it wasn't a problem, I don't think, because we're on monk mode right now as I take my first sip of coffee for the day. That's some good coffee, but I've just run out of this coffee and I've got no money. Disposable money. So I've got some other coffee. It's shit coffee, you know, it gives you the shits. Type shit, yo. Yeah, look at this terribleness though. We're really not gassed by this, but we do need to add this to the fucking journal, because I entered this trade this morning sporadically from my phone. Oh, listen to that. Can we get some but we do need to get some audio on that. Add this to the fucking journal, because I entered this trade this morning sporadically from my phone. Shit, that's a loud motherfucker. That's a loud motherfucker, boy. I wanna know why how to make my see, look at all this madness. What does all this mean? Filters. So what I need to do is I need to put this more right. There we go. Alright, cool. Channeling, I need to. Doesn't look like it. Looks fine, bro. Oh shit, my hair's fucked. That's cool. Whatever. We're fucking transparent chairs. That's cool. Boy. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're going to start off every trading session with gratitude and meditation. Not in that order. I'm gonna start with meditation. And what we want to do is we want to put a timer. Basically, we want better chat, and we want to put a timer on the screen so that we can meditate and just not have to worry about any of this meditation that we need to be doing. Shit, we got so much that we need to do. Yeah, so this weekend we're going to do a lot of research on how to make this stream nicer looking, because right now we're using this motherfucker. Our time is good for ADHD. Who's asking these questions? Our timer is good for ADHD. What are you timing? Our timer is good for ADHD. You're sitting there looking at a timer like a fucking nonce, mate. Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. Let's do this meditation. I haven't meditated in a while. good stuff, my people. Yeah, cool, sweet. You walked in on me sleeping right now. I was actually meditating, but that's how it is. That how it is. Big up, Ghost. Big up, Atom. Altec. What's up? Yes, G. Come on. So looking at this chart, it doesn't look nice, does it? We did a impulse trade on the phone this morning. We got swept. We were right here on a stop loss, and then we got swept by this demand support getting aggressively mitigated. Which, yes, slippage was like pretty dirty. It is 45 minutes until London open right now. And yeah, of course we entered right at the top. Classic. That was we're on day one of this monk mode, and I'm in a pretty chilled. I'm lying to myself. I'm in a pretty chilled state of mind. What we're doing is we're aiming for this supply order block on the 4 hour, and what we're looking for is later today we want to sell straight down to this imbalance, and we want to ride that with NFP. Big up Karvik, Mike, my man. I see you. So yeah, 45 minutes till London open. Meditation has been done for today. I still need to get some sunlight. Not gonna lie, this bright light is a little bit of an awakening. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that later because I fucked up. I should have done that before. However, we're in a trade already, so the damage has already been done. This is the thing, when we enter trades, especially when we get more experienced, we know that exiting a trade is like a sign of weakness, a lack of confidence. It like really screws up our original decision making. And it's fine when you're at these low monies, but when we're at high money, that commitment can be real painful if you hold on to a losing trade when you could have gone out. But these mistakes are why we're great at what we do, is because we learn from those trials. Whatever word you can insert instead of losing. Trials, challenges. So I'm gonna start gratitude. I'm gonna put on some music too. Apparently, I'm not allowed to do this on YouTube. There's no way I'm not playing music. Big up. How am I? I'm tired, that's for sure. I've been on a 1 month holiday back in London, and I'm back in Devon now. This is my workplace. I've set up this studio office, and I've got another studio for my second business. Well, not studio, but I've got a second setup, another setup for my second business, which is addiction recovery, basically just helping people quit smoking. It's fucking difficult, mate, but that's what we're on right now. So yeah, the past month I've been smoking hella, like bare weed, bare nicotine, and we have stopped since yesterday, and so we are withdrawing, and also we are succeeding. So there's like, there's like no other choice, no plan B. I've done this before, I know how to get over this. Because beforehand, I did a 2-month sobriety, and shit, bro, I was making so much money by the end of it. So yeah, it's fucking good. I think it will take us a couple of weeks this time, because we haven't been on a fucking 2-year bender. It's only been a 1 month. Fucking craziness. So yeah, that was good. First 2 weeks were great. Last 2 weeks were like seriously slipping downhill. And so we finished it with a holiday, not a holiday, a wedding, which was great. Got hella drunk, and I said all sorts of stories in my last live stream yesterday evening. So I won't really mention anything much more. However, there's one thing I want to say, and that's I've had 4 speeding tickets in the past 2 years. Yeah. Because we are fucking traders, man. We want to get the best opportunities. We're not sitting here letting the feds fuck us up. So yeah, I've had 4 speeding tickets. Got one recently for when I was going back to London, when I was like on top of my trading game. That's when I get these speeding tickets. It's when I boom, just made fucking half my account in 1 hour. Now I'm behind a fucking steering wheel. See, yeah, this is looking good. And that's what you want to see, man. Yeah, this music is a bit too upbeat. This is upbeat, but it's also happy. And that's what I need right now. So I need right now. These withdrawals are not nice. What's it called? I think it just plays with your mind. Okay, so like, I don't know what it is, whether it's the weed or whether it's the nicotine. But I woke up this morning. I like, there's people who I respect in my life, like family, friends, and I woke up and I was like, fuck them. So yeah, that's kind of funny. You know, I still love them, but in my head I was like, fuck them. You know, I fucking do not care for them, even though I do. So yeah, that's where the mind plays funny things. Just because they're like super against weed, and yeah, I fucking agree that you shouldn't be having it too often. But the way we recently like opened up to each other, and the way they responded, it's like through silence. Or very little being said, basically. So it's taking a bit of time to process, but especially since quitting weed, fuck them, bro. You know, that's not what we need, bro. People are struggling in life, and what these people fucking, what's the word? Not arrogant. Something like arrogant, though. Thinking about this right now. Just not very accepting, you know. And I know them as well, and I know they have a racist mindset too. You know, that's a big no, man. I went on a date with a girl recently, and she said, to me, okay, to me, now someone can say this is different, but to me, if someone says blacks or whites, like that's a fucking thing, then you're fucking racist to me, and you haven't thought about racism to the point where you've stopped yourself saying blacks and whites. It doesn't make sense. It's like, firstly, I'm not white, okay? I'm fucking yellowy something, like yellowy pink, okay? I know many black people who are more fucking brown than black. If they were black, they wouldn't be fucking brown, bruv, okay? And so I went on this date with the girl, and she started talking. We were drunk. We were on our way to her house, and she said something about blacks. She was like, oh yeah, something like, I'm not sure about blacks or something like that. Hella racist, you know. So boom, red flag straight there. But the thing is, I'm trying to smash, yeah. So this is actually a really good learning process. So I was like, you know, just not worrying about what she just fucking red flagged, basically. And yeah, so it's a good learning process in terms of like, I need to actually like not say that I shouldn't worry just to fucking have a shag. You know, generally, I think it took a bit of time to actually process, but the whole situation, it just really wasn't worth it because she was fucking crazy. But the thing is, we actually did it in the end. Like, we actually like saw each other and fucking spent time with each other for like a couple days. So like, it was kind of worth the experience to actually understand like, this bitch is like fucking racist. She was Indian too, Indian, Cuban and French. Fuck, bro, the Indian fucking, mate, she was thick, bro, but her Indian accent, fucking such a turn off, bro, so horrible. No, fuck off. Sorry, I think Indian men are cool, not for dating, but like, as friends. But Indian women, bruv, maybe even better as friends as opposed to fucking dating. I don't know, but shit, bro. She was so emotional. It's too much, man. And yeah, the fucking racist shit, bro. There's a lot of people who just haven't thought about racism much. And so they're walking around saying, oh, people say black, people say white, so that's what I need to say. It's like, bro, use your brain, use your creative imagination, think a little different. Actually look at things for what they actually are, not just for what people say they are. You might as well call people coloured or some shit. Fuck's sake, it's bullshit. So yeah, I'm passionate about that, and since then, this girl has taken she's given me information. It's like my values are worth more than sex, bro. Right, I'm so hot right now. So now we are doing gratitude. So we have done gratitude last night. This weekend I got a massive amount of work to do for this stream because right now I don't want to be working on how to add a chat and how to fix up this fucking got like some whole area of black above me. We'll fix that. But yeah, it's quite a lot of madness going on. But yeah, shit. Painful kind of noise. We are hella risking right now. You know what pisses me off though? What pisses me off is that I don't understand why I'm down more money than I should be, bro. I was literally on 2,000, 1995. I lost 40 quid, yeah, because of spread, because of slippage even. I should be on 19, at least 50. But I'm down 15 pounds. 15 to 20 more pounds because of the mystical brokerage forces. Alright, we're still in this fucking not so good state of mind right now in this monk mode as we come out of this holiday withdrawal time. Yeah. So yeah, we're just keeping cool. Right, my gratitude for today. We do 3 to 5 pieces of gratitude every morning. We are going to read them out after I've done them. I'm gonna make it a ting. I'm gonna make this a ting, bro. We started off and it's not so organized, but we're gonna make it organized, bro. money either, no disposable money. So we're just keeping cool, you know. I've got enough food for like until Friday or Saturday. Until Saturday, I've got enough food. So basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to buy up to here, and then we're trying to sell from this motherfucking thing. We want NFP to whack this right down, right down, give us money, and then we want to withdraw before a certain time. Just £100, so I can feed myself. And then I've got a fucking speeding fine, which I need to pay at some point. Other than that, we're cool, I think. It's the 4th of June, so we have another 25 days until new month of surprise payments. Hear this? There's a fucking spider from Zelda. Promise, I swear. Even though most of these people's having a busy day on business right now, it's nice to see. Nice to see, you know, this cheese around. Just need to improve my my progression, my momentum, and then we'll have more worthwhile reason to actually watch. Because right now I'm just doing my daily routine. I'm just streaming because that's the fucking business I'm on. I've got other shit to do. Streaming that is just part of the thing. Fuck yeah. So it'll come. There's no pressure to stick around if you are having a busy day. Gratitude is taking time. Words are not coming to my head so easy. So currently, I do about three standard gratitudes, and then my fourth one is always about God, because God is like everywhere. Big up the heart, man. Big up the heart, man. This entry is fucking fire, man. So funny. It's right at the top. Like fucking scarcity mindset level. Oh, we're gonna miss it. I mean, sometimes it works out. I don't want to change that mindset, because it's gonna be a time where I regret that. I mean, it's just continue compounding our skill set so that we just get proficient at making money. I'm grateful for something. As we approach London session, I'm going to read out my gratitude. Today we've done meditation and gratitude. So, my gratitude, I'm grateful for my breath and its depth and refreshing, resurrecting qualities. I'm grateful for my body, the ability to move around freely with strength and stability. I'm grateful for the accessibility I have in the UK and that which I can provide to international friends. And I am grateful to God for providing direction and love on earth. stuff. Risking a lot. I'm just used to risking a lot now. This is the good part about risking 2 to 4% per trade. Like that's it. It can be 2 to 4%, but it can be like 0.5% or something that I'm risking. But the good part about risking a certain amount, 2 to 4% or whatever, is that these big losses are fine. And I have a rule, yeah. So like for me, it's like 3% is when losing 3% in a day is when I know I need to take a break, just chill, just step back, come back another day. Something's not right, but it always goes over 3%. You know, I might get to like -4%, and then I'm like, I'm past my limit now. I have to stop. And then for the week, I have 8%, which is like my limit. Like past it, -8%, it's like shit. You know, shit's going bad. I need to know why. I need to go over the weekend and actually take a step back, do some revision, and then I also go over that normally too. So if stuff goes bad, I can go to like -10%, and that's when I'm like, shit, boys, step back. And that actually happened at the end of my holiday. I started the week super bad. Let me get it up. Let's check. The stream is definitely working still. Yeah, cool. Let me get it up. So last week, right here, we started super bad, -4.5, -5, -6, -7. Alright, so we got to like -5.5. Then Tuesday, -3. We got to about -10 by Tuesday. I was pretty sure I wasn't going to trade anymore for the rest of the week. And then, yeah, we were able to like cut it down with a 2.8 and a 3.2 win. What the fuck have I just done? On Thursday and Friday, so we brought it back down to -60%, -6%. But yeah, you can see like -6%, +1%, -6%. It's been a difficult holiday time, that's for sure. But then we had these massive wins, +3%, +50%, which then got cut down by all these. Actually, it's about +45%. And previously, that was the first week of holiday, +17%. That was cool. It's really nice. These green ticks. So green ticks mean either we've scaled into a trade and that scale in trade won, so that's a green tick, or there's a manual exit before, you know, for a good reason. That's a green tick too. So these green ticks are really rare, but they feel real nice. And that's what I like to do. I like to make sure the wins don't feel so good, so that we can just continue looking for the wins. But the losses will always be bad. You know, they're always bad. So I have a different emoji. I've got like an up thing when we just go up, and we just got a dot for when we make nothing, like less than 0.5%, 0.4% or some shit. So yeah, let's look at this green tick. It's such a perfect exit. Yeah, you can see. So I closed my position up at this point. Let's see where I entered. So it's some strange range that I was aiming for. And then, instead of taking profit, like at this point, I took profit a little bit below it. Just a bit below it. Look at this motherfucker. Damn, boy. Damn. That's a fat green tick, that was. Not sure how far down it went actually. But yeah, perfect exit. And then we have this massive 45% W. So I set a limit order, but it didn't trigger. It's really annoying. It went through the motherfucker, but didn't trigger. And then we have this beautiful. It went. I don't know where it went. Yeah, right here is where it mitigated this liquidity. And then it could be here. I'm not certain, no. But I entered around here manually. It's just so beautiful, isn't it? 22 risk to reward. So yeah, that was £1,000 in 6 hours. Sheesh. My guy. When did you send this? Do you love your Morgan though? He's always on it. These mofos. That's cool. Yo, but chill though, bro. We're on the start of a fucking mission. We got bare time remaining until I'm fucking making bare fucking money. So I can send you to school. So you better fucking listen up, bro. Not right now especially, but in a few months, man, we're gonna be at 5 to 10k. And then after that, it's just full steam ahead to 50k. And at 50k, but then move into 100k. Then this is where shit gets real. 100k, okay, we just need to make 50k on top of that, and then we can pay off all our debt. But not my student loan though. My uni loans, I don't even need to pay that because we're spread betting, so I don't pay taxes in the UK, so I don't even need to send fucking money to the government because I'm a degenerate gambler, as we can see here. You know, they wanna see the receipts, bruv. Take a screenshot of this and tell them, does this look like a fucking gamble to you, bruv? I'm not a scientist, but it looks right. It looks like a gamble. That's what we are. There's a reason why my name is such as risks, because we are risk takers. We don't call ourselves gamblers. That's degenerate. Anyone who sits there and says, right, I'm going to fucking start gambling today. You need to change that word right away. It's like when there's a problem, yeah? We don't call it a problem. We call it a solution. We call it a challenge. We call it a hump or something. Something to make it more easy, more plausible to overcome. But yeah, the main thing is that we want to talk about solutions more than problems. Everyone's complaining. So many people talking about problems, man. Oh my god, I spent so much time with my family. And they're fucking disagreeable, son. They're so disagreeable. Always talking about problems. Like, let's just find the solution and get on with real shit you have to deal with. Not some fucking distraction that you spend your life distracting away. So yeah, we're on monk mode this month, and the main focus of this month is no YouTube. No YouTube. So I'm creating YouTube videos and live streams, but not watching any content. Sounds a bit narcissistic, but that's monk mode, bro. Hungry as fuck, but we're fasting today, my friend. We're fasting every day until midday. About midday we eat, but the thing is, I don't have any vape, which I've had every day for the past month. I don't have any weed, which is fine. It's fine that I don't have weed, because if I had weed, I'd be super hungry, I'd be super disorientated. And it's fine I don't have nicotine, because if I had nicotine, I wouldn't become hungry, my body wouldn't understand what was going on. So it's all good, but as Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking says, the little monster is the nicotine that telling you that you need it, and then the big monster is your mind that says, okay, I will go buy some, yeah. So I'm dealing with the little monster. The big monster is 30, because I took a long break from this stuff beforehand, and I'm an addiction recovery coach or tutor or some sort of helper. I'm trying to be a new voice in the industry, as opposed to everyone's like quit, or other people are like, yeah, it's good. I want to be that middle ground. I don't see anyone talking about that actual tangible way to focus on success, and also not worry about staying away from something like it's a fucking plague, which it isn't. But if you overindulge for a month plus, in my opinion, in my experience, that's when it turns into a fucking infection. You're there like you can't live without it. You're on a downward trajectory and you like it. It's dirty. So yeah, man, we also don't have any money, which is fine, because of the last money I spent was on 2 dozen eggs and a loaf of bread. So we got all the eggs in the world to increase our testosterone, just to make this money. But I also want chewing gum, just to take my mind off this shit, but fuck it. It's cool. Alright, so I've got a second take profit target, which I kind of want to aim for, as opposed to this little thing, aim for here on 60.3, because I think price will go up to here, and because we're just sitting on a live stream, I think it's fine to move this motherfucker. A bit further. When it reaches that order block, I'm gonna move my stop loss to 0. If it doesn't fucking collapse, but it looks good. That's not bad price action. 1 hour bullish. Sweeping liquidity. Sweeping liquidity, the classic. It's liquidity everywhere. Swept this liquidity. Enough piss. So I just had a thought. I'm gonna improve my stream whilst I'm waiting. Yeah. We've opened on London. London has opened, I believe. Let me just check. Yeah, we just opened. The only reason I get confused is because we have this time change. So I don't even know when the time changes. If I start at 7 or 9, I presume 9, because so I don't understand this fucking summertime shit. Summertime clock. Alright. So let me sort out this thing. Okay, source panel. Yo, there we have chat. Okay, this is what we can do. Hold on. Alright, cool. So there's a couple things. I think I'm going to remove. First, I need to change. Responsive fan. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. Now, how do I see my chat? It's not easy. We're just gonna open up on my phone. My second phone, my old phone. need to do a gym session and go for a run. We'll probably do that in a couple of hours for my break. Probably start with a gym session and go for a run later. I don't know how crazy today will get though. I think as we continue on, we'll get a better routine. Right now, we're just trading. We're just getting into trading, so don't hate me if I'm just all in right now. Do I have any insight for NFP tomorrow? I just see. Big up. Yeah, so my narrative, okay, so it changes like a little bit. Sometimes I aim higher. For example, last night I thought price was going to go all the way up. Shit me. This is my fucking chat. So I thought it was going to go up to this order block last night. However, it didn't. It actually went down. I actually saw that. I was like, it doesn't look ready to go up any higher. So I actually I won on that trade as I sawed it back down. But then I bought early. A strange time, and that's intuition right there. My insight is that this order block is going to be mitigated, and that price is going to drop down to this imbalance first. It's going to mitigate this order block. I don't know where it's going to mitigate. I've got my take profit at about here. But if we look on the lower time frame, we can also see there's an order block here, but with this whole big fair value gap. So what we're looking at is a point of interest for price to mitigate or react, show some sort of short-term reaction, and then my idea is that there's imbalance below in this range, and so there's more incentive for price to go down from this previous selling point of interest. So my idea, I suppose, because I think as an insight, I think that would make me feel like I'm part of the program, like I know something which someone else doesn't, but the only thing that I know is my strategy and my analysis. And so the idea is that if NFP is fulfills the narrative, the idea of the strategy, order blocks, supply and demand, then price should mitigate from this supply order block this evening, later today, and drop to this imbalance at least. What I believe it will react from this imbalance first, and then go down to this order block before going up. My confidence is a bit down from the last few weeks of holiday trading, where I started machine gunning, but we weren't in a loss. It's just that we weren't in a positive. The loss was very small, but it was hectic, bruv. Just bare missed shots, one sniper to keep us safe. A lot of difficult stuff. So yeah, we're just focused on momentum and getting better. Because before our holiday time, we were really picking up momentum. But I'd been working hard for 2 months, which is like the longest I'd ever worked. Like super hard. But what we're doing is we're now on this 5 months of working hard. And we are like pushing, really fucking pushing. But yeah, big up for that question, Kavik. I wonder what insights or ideas you have, whether bullish, bearish on the dollar. It's quite difficult to tell because these things are a bit like, they're like a presumption, like a prediction. How do I put? Yeah, we'll see. I think tonight there'll be an opportunity to get into a decent, like, trade. Basically, getting into a trade before NFP. And so I think Asia session will be interesting. We're kind of insane right now. I traded into Asia session last night. Woke up early for London session. I'm thinking that Asia session will show an opportunity. But we'll see, we'll see. What news have we got today? USD unemployment claims. Israel and Lebanon understanding full ceasefire. Fuck, this war is so dead, bro. Boom, we have chat. We have chat. Sick, mate. Cool, cool. That all looks cool. Oh, my neck. retarded entry though. Classic beginner shit right there. Entering right at the top. No patience. Just big balls right there. My balls have definitely got stronger, man. I take risks like it's fucking oxygen, mate. Like in and out of trading. Yeah, NFP should be good. I don't want to jinx it though. I'm still withdrawing from all my drugs. But yeah, just fucking ride this one out type shit. Got a lot of waiting to do, bro. What can I do? What's the wait? I can read a book. bro. Okay, so this is the most bored I'm going to get for my whole life because there's no YouTube in this monk mode. Just talking, just being live streaming is hella dopamine in the fact that I have nothing else to do but make music, read, and trade, and run and exercise. So we're gonna read. We got two. As this monk mode progresses, bro, I think I'll get more interesting because boredom will take over and I'll start acting crazy, which would be good into entertainment. It'd be you could see how an insane trader works. Most people would say that wouldn't work, but mate, the best entrepreneurs, the best traders, they're all fucking mad. What book should I read? We've gone for a crazy book. But I want to finish reading this book. And it is Beyond Good and Evil by Friedrich Nietzsche. Crazy, crazy. Do you see this? Showing myself this. So I actually got to a point in this book, about 100 pages in out of 250 or so. 300. So we're going to read a little bit. I'm going to leave the music playing, but I'm going to take off the headphones. And we're going to get some progress done on this stream in my general life. We've got a chat, chilling. Terrible entry. It's funny. Damn, bro. I'm just gonna fucking say shit. I mean, I'm on a stream right now, and the great epochs of our life are the occasions when we gain the courage to rebaptize our evil qualities as our best qualities. Shit, son. We accept our worst qualities and turn them into good. Accept them as good qualities when they're actually fucked up, type shit. Disgust with dirt can be so great that it prevents us from cleaning ourselves. Bro, is there a way to add text? justifying disgust with dirt can be so great that it prevents us from cleaning ourselves. Justifying ourselves. To enjoy praise is with some people only lightness of the heart. Precisely the opposite of vanity of the spirit. Enjoy praise. Yes. Can I recommend a book to read? Bigger. Trading or life? Let me do a bit of both, actually. Let me check. I have two books here. Let me just wrap myself around this. To enjoy praise is, with some people, only politeness of the heart, and precisely the opposite of vanity of the spirit. Difficult to understand, but Vanity of the Spirit. Yeah, it's interesting words right there, man. Alright, so the two books which I recommend here. Oh shit, what the fuck? That's not what I want. It's, so the two books I recommend are boom. The Little Money Bible by Stuart Wilde. What does it say? The 10 Laws of Abundance. Yeah, that's a good one. So I'm actually reading this, rereading it right now, just underlining stuff, and man, it's incredible. Only a short book, like only 100 pages. Yeah, 100 small pages. Yeah, that's a great book. Really recommend that if you're trying to get out of a scarcity mindset and you want to just like embrace everything abundant in money. So that needs to be said. We have to talk about a money book of some sort. And then the next one is, this surprised me, man. This was really good. So I was trying to like understand how to be quiet in my mind. And this guy I really liked. He's got me through some difficult times. Thich Nhat Hanh. Silence, bro. And it's all these different ways on meditating and staying present through adversity. Fuck, some crazy stories here, man. In the book he talks about yes, that's it, the Little Money Bible by Stuart Wilde. The 10 Laws of Abundance. But then this one is, he talks about how, because he was like a monk in Vietnam or something, or a monk from Vietnam. He actually spent a lot of time in France, and he talks about how there was a monk he knew during the Second World War, during the Cold War, the Vietnam War, whenever that was, who burnt himself alive in pure tranquility, sort of like a sacrifice. And yeah, to do that takes the most amount of power from within. And that was one of the many things that he talks about, but that story hit really hard. Yeah, I need to read this at some point though, because yeah, it really changed my mind, my life about just focus and embracing the beauty of not saying anything in between important points, you know. It makes each point far more impressive and far more impactful. So yeah, that's the Little Money Bible, Stuart Wilde, 10 Laws of Abundance, and Silence by Thich Nhat Hanh, which is actually not a massive, not a very big book, but probably read it in like a week or something. Yeah, it's really nice. Yes, that's the one. Those are the two that Those are the two that they definitely surprised me. The 10 Laws of Abundance, the Little Money Bible, that one is like, that's a keeper in terms of like, you just have it by your bed and you read it whenever you want. Nice, bro, nice. Big up. Yeah, you read the Little Money Bible whenever. That's really good. Just one chapter is like really small, and it gives you power that you can just transmute into this abundant mindset, like this mindset we've never really been taught by our parents. I mean, my parents and most parents I know as well, they're like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, it's like beat. So that's so good to just get a reminder that you have to go against what people are saying. And then silence is like, yeah, that's incredible. Like, there's no meditation book out there that hits the spot like silence. People talk about how good Meditations is by Marcus Aurelius, and even this book, Beyond Good and Evil, and all Friedrich Nietzsche's stuff. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Friedrich Nietzsche says some stuff in especially Beyond Good and Evil, which is just like, it's like someone could take it so badly. I mean, narcissism, this is what this book is like known for giving out this narcissistic feel. And it's just sad that some people have been manipulated by it. But as Kanye West says in his recent album, I can't remember which song it was, but people aren't on his side, so he's ready to drop a bomb. And he repeats that. And that's basically what Friedrich Nietzsche does in Beyond Good and Evil, because the story behind Beyond Good and Evil by Friedrich Nietzsche, I was just showing the microphone. The story about Beyond Good and Evil is that he wrote a series of books beforehand called, I can't remember what it's called, like Zurith something, and it's basically this idea of like a perfect world, and like heaven basically, and it was rejected by so many people because like people thought it was like loony or something. And then after he wrote that, I think there are like 7 parts to that book. It's such a big ass thing. It's like his own Bible in a sense. A bit like my backtest analysis. It's all perfect. It's exactly what I want to see. It's exactly what I want to emulate. And after it got rejected by society, he then decided to write this book, Beyond Good and Evil, which is basically just talking about the evils of this world, and giving the reader awareness of how bullshit the world is. If this is this, then that is that type shit, and it makes you really think. The famous mention, the famous disagreement that he has in this book is that he basically calls Christianity like a regime, and but he still supports Jesus. So that's mind blowing, and it sort of makes sense, like the way he describes it as like, we're like, you have to be a slave to Jesus through Christianity, which is not what Jesus would want. And Jesus would be, he says in the book, Jesus would be like highly triggered by the fact people are like giving their souls away to Jesus, like, or not to Jesus, but to to the Bible, more precisely. It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't agree with most of the shit he says. However, it's everything he says makes you think. I just now, to enjoy praise is with some people only politeness of the heart. Precisely the opposite of vanity of the spirit. Vanity of the spirit. The opposite of vanity of the spirit. So it's the opposite of like truth to the spirit. But it's because he makes these assumptions. It's like he says it like it's definitive, like to enjoy praise. But then he says, is with some people. So it's like it's not definitive. Is with some people only politeness of the heart. To enjoy praise. Is with some people only politeness of the heart. So it's like you don't actually enjoy the praise. You're being polite. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. To enjoy praise. Politeness of the heart. We could say politeness of love. But it's like, he says some people, but I think I'm a fucking... I think I'm a reciprocative person, you know, that's like communication, where you're like, if someone gives you praise, you're like, no, thank you, as opposed to, oh, thanks. Like, who's like that? I know quite a few entrepreneurs who are probably like that. Ruthless motherfuckers. Vanity of the spirit. The opposite of truth of the spirit. And precisely the opposite of vanity of the spirit. Yeah. It's one of those lines where I'm just not going to reread. I'm just going to continue on. I'm going to reread the whole book at some point. I'm going to get a pen and underline this stuff. But right now, let's just wait for some more mind-blowing shit. Yeah, ayo, big up Ghost, man. Solid G. Fuck. Stuff he says. Marriage is corruption. Damn. Wild statements being said.
Chain is swing in the party, pop dawn, level like a dawn.
He who rejoices. Alright, what am I reading right now, bro? He who rejoices at the state. Bro, if I lose this trade, I'm done for the week, really. It's like, I think that's the most amount of pain I can really take before coming back tomorrow. I mean, on Monday. The problem is, I want money, and the way I make money is by having the right narrative, and so this proves what my narrative would say. How possible this narrative is accomplished, I don't know. You can see my dopamine is all over the place. Talking to myself is nice. He who rejoices even at the state triumphs not over pain, but the fact that he feels no pain when he had expected to feel it. Rejoice, not feeling pain when you think you would. Exhausted. What the fuck is this guy saying? When we have to change our opinion about someone, behold the inconvenience he has therewith caused us. Behold the inconvenience he has caused us. Greatly to his discredit. Fuck does that mean? It's like people are fucking meant to like them through and through or some shit.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking the freaks, clocking the dough. Went to the park to get the scoop. Knuckleheads out there, cold shooting some hoop. A car pulls up, who can it be? A fresh El Camino rolling through low G.
I definitely feel evil coming over me as I read this.
Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking the trash, we'll pull your car. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said this shit.
abstract the truth.
Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said this shit.
Abstract the truth you want to teach, the more you must seduce the senses to it.
Bored as hell and I wanna get ill.
Seduce the
So I
senses.
went to a place where my homeboys chill. The fellas
Teach
out
what's
there
the truth.
making that dollar. I pulled up in my
Abstract the
6'4"
truth.
Impala. They greet me with a 40 and I started
Seduce the
thinking.
senses to
And
the
from the
truth you
8
want
ball,
to
my
teach.
breath starts stinking. Let me get my girl to rock that body. Before I left, I hit the Bacardi.
Seduce the
Went to
senses
her house to get her
to the
out of the
abstract
bed.
truth you
Dumb
want to
hoe
teach.
said something that made me mad. She said something that I couldn't believe, so I grabbed
Wow,
her
this book is so
by her
fucked up.
started talking sweet. Wouldn't
It's
you know,
basically
reached
abuse
back like a
manipulation.
pimp, slapped the hoe. Her father
To
jumped
teach
up
what
and he
you
started to shout, so I
don't
put him
yet
right cross cold knock.
clearly see.
Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking that
The
trash,
more abstract the
we'll pull your
truth.
car. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said shit.
We're in the first level of withdrawals right now. Hitting new emotions. Feeling kind of angry right now. I was angry when I woke up though. I was talking about my family member and I was like, fuck them. Now your boy's picked up beyond good and evil and it's getting more devilish. The devil has the widest perspectives for God. That is why he keeps so far away from the devil being the oldest friend of knowledge. The devil being the oldest friend of knowledge.
The fellas caused a riot in the county jail. 2 days later in municipal court, Kilo G on trial, cold cutter for destruction of the court, said the judge. On the
The way this shit is written, so personified. It's good to make your mind think about how words are used to mean things. That's the main benefit of this book. You look at it and you're like, that's fucking bullshit. Because it's just written so poetically. You can't help but feel like you're learning new things when really you're just sort of debating with what you disagree with. But why you disagree with it, that it tests your values. Really interesting. What a person is begins to betray itself. His talent declines.
I used to have a lot of bitches straight down for me, doing anything I said, even hoeing the street. But I'm a dog and I dog my bras. Gorilla pimping, driving photo cars. Ain't got no kids, but them bitches love daddy. They had to share me, or them bitches couldn't have me. Cause I'm a Mac with a capital M. Call me short dog, baby, put the P in the pimp. I keep my foot in your ass and wouldn't give a fuck. Get out of pocket, bitch, you getting beat up. You see me hanging with them niggas like Jock, and every single foul mouth bitch is getting popped. Well, now I got a rep and they say I'm wrong. I beat my broad ass and she moved back Cause all she ever got was some good dick. And it really ain't shit to find another bitch. Cause I'm a cool motherfucker and I'm hella rich. And Banks in the house and you know he knows. Grab the mic, nigga, fuck these hoes.
I'm thinking back for a nigga just came up. Playing games with the bitches, thought a nigga might change. But I was tight thinking everything's alright. Doing the same shit to a different bitch every night. Just sticking them down like a gigolo. So you gotta beat game from a nigga though. I'm too young to get sprung, so don't trip. Tell 'em.
Ain't no love, bitch.
So let's speak about a freak named Connie. Fuck the bitch tough backstage at the Omni. I can't forget Constance, the bitch is so dumb. Quick to lick my nuts, suck my dick and just hum. And these are just some hoes that a nigga like tossed up. Kinda crossed up, turned out and lost, but I ain't tripping, they all got shrimp. Used and abused till they all just vamped. And left a
person
nigga
is
stuck with no kind of
begins to
back.
betray itself when its talent declines. Or a person is begins to betray itself when its talent declines.
Going vicious on these bitches just made them all leave today. But I know it won't last long. They saying fuck Ed Banks. Now all my bitches is gone.
All my bitches are gone. Them bitches bounce. I had a gang up, now they can't be found. They ain't fucking with short dog, cause I'm from Oakland. You fuck with us, bitch, something getting broken. Your leg, arm, jaw, nose, pick apart. Open motherfuckers will break your heart until you recognize game in your face. Use a punk ass bitch, ain't never been no place. I can't hold back. Now's the time to leave your stank, fake, broke ass bitches behind and move on like a player. I'm knocking ghetto hoes and even squares. Secretaries, nurses, and police women. I'm flying first class, nigga, fucking flight attendant. Short dog ain't nothing but a dog, biatch.
This is so confusing.
All my bitches are gone.
What a person is
Cut, but I really don't give a fuck. I always knew I didn't need that.
begins to betray itself when its talent declines.
Motherfucking ESO. And you can tell
What
when
a
I
person
hit the
is.
place. All them starstruck bitches jump in my face and get shot to the curb.
Begins to betray itself.
Unless they giving niggas blowjobs.
And when a bitch wanna flirt, I put in work, treat them all like dirt, and watch them get they feelings hurt. Cause I'm a Mac hoe, listen to this rap hoe, and you will know not to fuck around, you get slapped hoe, for trying to fuck up the Ed Banks program. Steady salting with your stanky ass toe jams. You're mad cause I wouldn't spend no time, I'm with the homies making cash, pulling bitches and writing rhymes. I'm just doing what I got to do. I'm not fucking with you because you're funky ass.
Refinery is also a hiding place. Wow.
Some old school bitches that still ride jewels and Vogues. I wanna freak with the gangster look that Ed Banks can hook. And the bitch better know how to cook, cause I'm a nigga that'll eat some shit up. Macaroni, steak, cock, greens, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, show, you know how we do 'em. Treat bitches like red lights and run right through 'em. I got my Mac on strong and my dick on long, so fuck it. All my bitches can stay gone.
Mine too.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bitch.
Show dog in the motherfucking house.
Nah, nigga, you in this
Running
motherfucker.
this shit for 9 Trey and 9-4. You know what I'm saying? Get in where you fit in, hoes.
Look, you need a checkup from the neck
Peace
up.
out. Fuck these bitches, man. Fuck these bitches, show. Let's get out of here, man.
Looks pretty bearish.
sweat and find my work ethic. The way I speak, yo, should be mentally weak. First be in my league, though, should be trapped in the trap. Would you prefer that? Fourth grade reading level, but he knows how to rap. Are you amused by our struggles? The English that's broken, the weed that I'm smoking, the guns that I'm toting, the drugs that I'm selling. No need for improvement. Fuck you and who you think I should be. Forward movement.
Melanated, shrouded in complexity. Brain charge shocking like electricity. Mouth translate happens organic.
One is punished most for one's virtues.
Judging sets of shoes for paths they never walk. Shot down in the blaze of a phrase is how they talk.
How's that for a line?
Welcome to Bob, a trade villain. I'm chillin', feeling down to the D and they crime willing. Supplement their youth, hypersexualize their women. They ain't got the strong enough soul, so they built a prison. Posting false religions to all of these nigga systems. Every voice devoid of the truth. Come on, listen.
Like a billionaire investing in a nigga's dream. Certainly a head scratcher like Pac and Big Skiller's capture, or a woman with the wisdom who's leading the way. The rarity is in the rear, but never today. Yup, man, picture a PD letting good records play. On the strength of what it is, not the finesse of your biz. And your lady calls you dirty, her dirt's under rugs. You'll find out only if she tells you take her kiss and hug. Cause and the answer for cancer in a prodigious kiss mind. Yes, the government will fund learning is free for everyone. And from that lie, young leaders will rise in the eyes of despair and adversity. In some universes, this will be true. Everybody running when they see the stars coming, but whatever's gonna be will be. Sing that. Everybody running when they see the stars coming, but whatever's gonna be will be. Some will dash to the mountains, some will fall, and the weakest amongst them they will fall. But the strongest in faith they will stand up. Everybody running when they see the stars.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do.
Feelers liberated as lions in Liberia. Cause recently my heart turned cold to Siberia. Cause everywhere I go being cold is the criteria. Let's see how well you know all your tribe trivia. Green and the white, we serving at Nigeria. North side of Queens, 192 is the area. This is for my dogs who shits to the terrier.
Is
Showtime tip, make sure they hear ya.
read 10 more pages, and then I will do a gym workout. Pause the stream, do a gym workout, have some lunch. I'll decide whether I am trading New York or Asia, because my guess is Asia will be when to look for a sell, depending on if New York even buys. Because London is slow as hell. As long as Trump doesn't shit on the mic, you feel me? You feel me? For all them people that have been swept, one of the many news pieces from fucking Truth Social.
Whenever the sun sets, it's big money that we can get and make. You'll stay awake and keep an eye out for the Jake in these city streets with corrupt cops walking the beat. And niggas be
All credibility, all good conscience, all evidence of truth comes only from the senses. Pharisaism.
it's what'll make us extinct. I know niggas who rob you blind quick before you can blink. You got addicts who once was living lavish, now resort to pulling automatics as a way of supporting habits. I got to have it. This cream is a young thug's dream. I'm out to murder those who try to intervene with my cash flow. The aims to put the corner in the smash, yo, and do it right. Lock this shit down tight, cause it's all about money in this land of loot. Who got the biggest guns and ain't scared to shoot? Through the hard time
got the Vimy, any kinds yeah I can do. Smooth criminal shit, baby. Kaiser sauce intention, glide in a Hummer with the flying saucer engine. Willied out at my crib in the winter having cookouts. Smack my whiz, look out. I'm like. Scrap niggas try. Hey, listen, I have a record I want you to play. Don't you think the kids would enjoy a nice song with a melody?
What you got, Holmes?
It is a rare, one-of-a-kind original pressing.
This is a world premiere. Rock a block.
Pacer, full clip, one up in the chamber. Danger, ask you what you want. What's the flavor? I got 35 when I signed with a major. Invested 29.8, spent the changer. Never been the type to take advice from a stranger. Gun next to me like my neighbor. Stay tough, spit the hot shit to get the paper. I roll with more force than Darth Vader. Let's see what you made of. To hip hop heads, I'm like a savior. Nigga that ball like Big Pun, but don't wanna be a player. This year I'll declare war on the mayor. Like let my niggas out the devil's lair or I spray ya. Park y'all here, spark y'all fears. Man without a doggone care, walk on air. Check before I mark y'all gear, call y'all queers. Go back, study 4 more years, all y'all scared. Terrorist niggas want the bomb, I'm here. Quick the cop pop me in they CD-ROM and stare. Even if our cliques don't get along, who care? You still be glaring at the clothes me and my crew wear. You need to lighten up, digest a few beers before you end up meeting the man you do fear. This year I declare war on the mayor. Like let my niggas out the devil's lair or I spray ya. Niggas thought they couldn't be beat. No love. Think it's all good when we speak? No sir. The fact that I'm usually
Belly is the reason man does not so easily take himself from God. Belly is the reason man does not so easily take himself from God. Belly, I know the emotions are stored in the intestines around the belly.
shorty. I'm busting niggas with my six shooter. I get so much pussy, my dick being stitches. Red bones and fuck the black Zulu bitches. What? This little nigga is a mad stalker. Tripping New Yorker, wrap the leash around your neck and then the walker. If you's a bigger niggas get bucked. Cause I'm the buck and I don't give a fuck, my dick do suck. Buck is a killer, feel a nigga like Manila. I'm small but I'm strong like a fucking gorilla. A crazy ass nigga putting Brooklyn on the map. I never gave a fuck, I never give a fuck. Cause I'm all that. I take no 60, giving the buck 50. I even blew the bitch cause your man tried to hit.
Load the clip, bust that to the head. Then have your head cracked, buck shot at forehead. Load the clip, bust that to the head. Then have your head cracked, buck shot at forehead. Load the clip, bust that to the head. Then have your head cracked, buck shot at forehead. Load the clip, bust that to the head. Then have your head cracked, buck shot at forehead.
Shit, my personality split, and I'm about to flip with my nigga. Pull the trigger, let the clock spit. A little badass shorty with no remorse. I kill 40s and bust grenades on stage, so who's the force? Another crew blew up the scene. Grew up a plan to get green. Now I got to get mean with my tag team. G-Morning thinking of taking this to underground rules.
Bro, my mind. Oh, vanity. What the fuck even is vanity, really? Tried to understand it a few times. It's not easy. Excessive pride.
Load the clip, bust that to the head. Then have your head cracked, buck shot at forehead. Load the clip, bust that to the head. Then have your head cracked, buck shot at forehead. Load the clip, bust that to the head. Then have your head cracked, buck shot at forehead. Load the clip, bust that to the head. Then have your head cracked, buck shot at forehead.
Sun started in Brooklyn and you all know that. I call you son for a reason. I mean nothing can come between us when we walk this beat. Lyrics do get deep because we want to die. Shed tears and cry. Mom Dukes passed away when you was locked up, son. They had you suspended in time, so I kick rhymes. Niggas living off your fears and ideas to get paid. Brothers maintain your balance and protect your wealth. And these punk style niggas screaming out for help. And there's nothing in the world better than life itself.
Young fools break rules, my tools got me open. I'm smoking, leaving all the punk rappers broken, no joking, hoping for the best. East to west, I'm like a killer putting rappers in their rest. Cause there's no tricks, when I let off clips, I leave bodies in ditches. Play bitch niggas like bitches, nutcracker doing hits by the dozen. When I make moves, I ride the train with my cousin. Nowhere near simple, my mental flex more complex than Mozart's instrumental. From my temple, time's a bad sign. And if you're doing that, you're suspended in time.
Yo, son, I think about my soul, cause this shell is just a frame only used for money, hustling and playing the game. I want my chance to live long, what, like Marvin Gaye, I may be dead and gone, but my word is reborn. This is for my niggas and chicks who live in the gutter, where walk the streets of gold, diamond, pearls, and girls. And there's nothing better than this, cause we're in the new world, seeing people everywhere that I thought I saw before. Check it out, party people as we reign supreme. Yo, the group will manifest and got mad love for their team.
I know that it's tough coming up in the streets. You will be strong because you can't be weak. You gotta put your mind on achieve mode. Go for your goals, boom, boom. Explode, everybody's in the way, but they can't hold you back. That's how it is, and we do it like that. Yeah, so, show 'em what you got. No time for faking moves, the time is wasting on the clock. You know how I rock non-stop.
which an age feels to be evil. These words, bro. Oh my goodness. So sharp. That's which an age. And that's which an age feels to be evil is usually an untimely after echo of that which was formerly felt to be good. The atavism of an older ideal. Sharp wording, man. That which an age feels to evil is usually